Everybody can see like the whole year.
Job's done.
Dude, chat. Wait, I'm #1 for leaderboard stats in America. That's pretty exciting. I don't know if that gets me anything. It's not the actual points, right? But it's kind of it's kind of cool in the whatever system here. #1. Average finish 54. I don't know how this works, but I don't know.
I must consider.
Why am I #1 here? I don't get it. Best #2. Let's go.
Quickly.
Well, look, Chad. You know, I always knew I would get #1. In whatever whatever metric, you know. Chad, does this confirm I'm better than Gamer Revenge by 2?
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower.
Numbers don't lie. Wait, you just shorted by your name? Wait, I did? No. Wait, what? You sure? I don't think so. Wait, did I?
Be still.
Oh, that's just for this month.
I wonder.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Could be good, I guess. I don't have any fire spells. I don't even know how this system works.
I wonder.
heals all wounds.
Nobody does. Well, here we go, dude. And she sticks the landing. Nailed it.
Share.
Where do I go now? What's my positioning to be? I haven't played in years, but watching the stream makes me want to pick it back up. Here's what I recommend you do, Radical Bug, alright? Because everyone's like, I haven't played in years, but I don't know what to play. And I don't have many cards. Well, what you can do, wait. Is you download Hearthstone deck tracker, right? And you could go to like Tavern Brawl. And it'll show you which decks, like for example, are buildable versus which cards are in your collection. You know, oh, you have to craft this card. So you can literally go and see which decks you already have the cards for, right?
I must consider.
It's a completely free feature. You could buy my book. Dude, yeah, I know, right? Dude, my book is coming out in a month, and it's like in 40 days. It's crazy. Coupon for runestones, that would help. That the book I'm hoping is gonna be $15. Does it have pictures for kids? I don't think so. It does have bullet points and nice like hard copy to digital. No, it will be a hard copy. So some people have digital, but yeah, there's a hard copy. You can hold it in your hand.
There is little time.
Son of a lava flow. Holy damage.
Hand is too full.
Ooh, that would have been a good card, not gonna lie.
8 combatants enter,
Unfortunate.
and I take the crown.
So we freeze here.
Time heals.
So we're going
all
Medivh next turn. People at work. Chad, that's the dream. It like makes it to like some business list, and then like you have to like read it to be like in the business world, you know? They're like, oh, check out the latest in business trends. Help do better sales calls and have better meetings with No Hands is the art of getting good.
Return to health.
Karazhan's doors are open to all who seek it.
How thick is your book? It's not that long. Force your students? I could do that, but that's a lot of work. I'm trying to skip, like, I'm trying to save all that work it takes getting a PhD. You know? And just, thanks for the no hands, man. Yeah. Do you on the best sellers list? I have thought about it. I'm not gonna. I don't think 1,000's enough though, like to get on the best sellers list. I've more just thought about like buying.
Versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
The light shall bring victory.
Damn. 3D powered associates.
Welcome to the house.
Job done.
Silent stream today? I don't know. I'm just not as chatty to. I'm just not. I literally was just talking, chat. I don't know. A little less chatty today.
Tough as a tortola.
Be still and be cleansed.
That is often a good tell, though, chat. If you're ever talking, to somebody and you want to know if they like you, if you just kind of stop talking and then they try to like keep the conversation going. Where if they say, "Well, it's nice seeing you," that's bad news. Kind of rough out there, you know.
hate combatant center, and I take the crown.
Nice seeing you. Good luck on everything. Why you talk so much? You should try Frost Death Might. Do people really want me to see me play the deck with no new cards that everyone's complaining about? Is that what you want? Like, deep down in your soul? Like, really? Out of all the things you could want in your life? That?
Learn from your errors as I have.
Yeah, but man, I don't know what I want. Yeah, they want. Yeah, I don't know. It's literally just keep playing cards and you'll win. I hear about the cult. Sixth goal was pretty good last night. So yeah. Hey, son of a 512. That's annoying.
By the light. I wonder.
Time heals all wounds.
Wait, they just have 3 of these freaking blobbies of Tari boys. Of a tar blob.
Be still and be cleansed.
Return to health.
That was a nice top deck. I want to like draw 3 here.
8 combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Triple Avatar, let's go.
You will be the first to transcend time. You will be among the few to transcend time.
Wait, what? That's a good one. Son of a... what exactly do you do? A good way to kill this jerkwad? I really want to silence everything. Put my deck in my hand. Ugh, it actually sucks here.
I wonder.
What am I supposed to do? What do you do here? Oh gosh dang it. I don't know. Discover Brawl is kind of good actually.
Time heals all wounds.
Not too quickly.
The future is
I waited too
clear.
long.
Your demise be near.
I'm not for you.
Play sucked, chat. Might cost me the game. Or we'll be fine. Okay, whatever. Fine.
Obey my command.
I must choose.
Hand is too full.
Karazhan's doors are open to all who seek it. Well done. In the ring, blood speaks.
I'm actually like 2 off lethal here. But it's awkward because like it's a little scary this minion here. I was supposed to go Umbra here. I don't know.
I must consider.
Lovely
Scarves define
I don't know. Better than throwing.
I've seen the end.
The dragons in my hand. No. Nice killing of my 6/6 you got there. Be a shame.
fuel would make a fine display.
What exactly do you do here, Jared? Oh, I should have bad ordered, but whatever.
8 combatants enter, and I take the crown.
We need more time.
So dusting an old mini set will get you more dust than buying 20 packs and dusting literally every single card from it, including the legendary. So yeah, packs are not usually good value on dust. Chat, I'm literally one off lethal here. What the heck?
We need more time.
The Titan's puppet.
John Hearthstone. Let's go. Wait, I got a weapon. But I miss lethal.
I'm out of cards. By the light.
I guess that could have theory low rolled me to lose. You had lethal? I didn't know I had lethal. No, actually I didn't have lethal. Chat, I was one off with this if you were wondering. I had 10 and they had 14 life. So.
your demise be near.
Well,
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
We don't really want to play this or this, because these in theory could lose us the game. Son of a... Like, this is like legitimately so frustrating.
Handle it! Handle it!
Where am I?
Handle it.
I'll take you with me.
Thank you.
Anduin versus Poxy.
Hostile life form detected.
The light shall bring victory.
Job's done.
Hey, you.
Greetings.
Time heals all wounds. Can't stand the cold. Return to health.
We get 12 wins yet? So unfortunately, time after time again, I continue to play this Tavern Brawl, and I continue to not get 12 wins. Someone in chat was earlier is like, wow, no hands. Unsubscribed. I can't be associated with someone who continuously gets 6 wins, but never more. I deserve better, they said.
Get down!
If you read your book, unfortunately, I'm not reading my book until it's published. Right? Time to switch to a real gamer. Chat. You know, I was hoping that like people would be okay with 6 wins and some analogies, but you know, the competition is fierce out there these days. You know. How much is the book? It's gonna be about $15. That's the target. Basically, the price of a mini set, or like 2.5 subs. Chat, for toxic chat. Chat, there is a sex cult reveal in the book, but it doesn't say sex cult. So with a little bit of small inference, you'll be able to figure out what the sex cult really is. Available in EU? I don't see why it wouldn't be. Just on Amazon. Should be, yeah.
My acts of heroism cannot be contained! Ooh! Get down! And this is...
Mom's milk is the crime.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower. Welcome to the Hallowed Tower. The future is clear. Your demise be made.
No! Whatever. They're gonna clear all my stuff, but I have it. I can do it right back, right? So.
Hey, you.
You were destined to fail.
Get down!
Eight combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Be still. We do what the living cannot.
No. Chad, you don't have to be American to get good at things, all right? It's really something anyone across the whole world can do. If they read my book, that is. So, make sure to read the book.
Karazhan's doors are open to all who seek it.
Wait. What? No! Will it teach me how to get women? I don't know. It's like what you have to do is say my time getting legend in Hearthstone helped me finally talk to a girl. I don't know. Should have rewind. Yeah. I realized if I could
Each time.
Am I giving up here? What is the book about, fellow gamer? It's about getting good at stuff. So it's just like beyond just playing the game over and over again, or anything. Like, because I think that's the thing that people is obvious, right? Oh, you want to get good, you gotta play a lot. But what I don't like about that paradigm is then why are there some people who get good quickly? And why are there people who continuously play? And that's just one element, but it basically goes through the whole process from my point of view, and I give examples and I give my anecdotes from my own life of like how to go about getting good at something. Lead the Matrix. Dude, what you do is you have them put the thing in your brain and then they download you the program.
Still loyal to your foolish friends?
The light shall bring victory.
Alright, we got a Pedro request, chat.
I offer the gifts of freedom and strength.
Welcome to
Well,
the crew.
thank you for the 3 months.
It could use more fire.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
Welcome to the house.
More like it.
How did I get 2 of these guys? Oh, it's not a legendary.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Welcome to the hallowed tower. Welcome to the hallowed tower. Light embrace you.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Funny you ask. It's actually one of the words from the song.
I wonder.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
Welcome to the hallowed tower. Light embrace you.
Yeah, check out the health on my Allosaurus, guys.
Welcome to the hallowed tower. Welcome to the hallowed tower.
Yeah, so the book is in 6 parts, 6 chapters. Objectives. Objectives teach you objectives, failure, reflection, study, practice, performance. I think I'm gonna do my turn.
Be still and be cleansed.
Time heals all wounds. Light embrace you. Light embrace you.
So objectives are all about breaking down so what do you want? That's the objective. And Hearthstone is put your life down to 0, and breaking things down into values, where you so values are things like tempo, things like board control, things like playing minions, things like gaining mana, things like drawing cards, things that help you win, basically. And then values is about like learning trade-offs and like figuring out how it relates to achieving your objectives, and then how to like sort of how to develop a skill. Failure is self-explanatory. You suck. What do you do about it, right? It's a lot of probably the most important takeaway of failure is basically stop blaming RNG, and it's really important. Why is it so important to stop blaming RNG, basically? When you blame RNG, what you do is you tell your brain, hey, we don't need to think about this. I've already figured it out. It's that I'm unlucky, you know? And when you do that, you kind of give your brain this easy out. And then what your brain does with that easy out is it makes it so it's hard for you to actually learn. Because your brain like needs to suffer and then be like, oh, and then like think about how to do better and like figure out, oh, maybe I could have done this. When you blame RNG, and it's not exclusive to Hearthstone, could be life in general, you know, like you get someone breaks up with you, or someone rejects you, and you say, oh, you know, they were just they couldn't handle how hot I was, you know. And when you do that, it's really convenient. I think I need to steal this. I'm kind of in trouble here. Maybe I want to get this down, actually.
The time waits are ours.
Oh, it doesn't matter. When you do that, your brain doesn't have to rationalize. Yeah, so your brain doesn't have to find out what you did wrong so it doesn't change. You need to change because you're not good enough yet. That's why you're losing. So you need to hurt. You need to feel this negative feedback so that you can get better. After failure is reflection. That's kind of like you going about thinking about it and like reflecting and how to deal with all that. Then the next chapter is study.
Welcome.
It's like Vegeta, you know, with the Senkai boost. You know, after he almost dies, he gets stronger, right? Same thing with Goku.
Learn from your errors as I have.
Fucking 8, dude.
Smokey, this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
Hey, Walt.
So,
Time heals all wounds.
I'm gonna say, so then the next chapter is studying. Studying is basically the cheat code to getting good. It's the most obvious, but it's like, so basically, when you used to play video games, it was so much harder to get good because you didn't have these easy to find resources. With the internet, everything's out there. Like, it's never been easier to get good at things because it's never been easier to study, right? It is boring. So one of the things I talk about in storing is about getting external rewards. So I talk about with foreign language. It's very hard to motivate yourself to study if you're always doing low stakes practice. So you need medium stakes practice so with a foreign language, you need to go out there, like, you know, go to a bar and talk to people, or go to, like, be in like Brazil and go to a bar and then talk to people in Portuguese, and all of a sudden it's exciting and meaningful and valuable, and your brain will have a way easier time learning, at least if you're me, if you do that. So, and like the reason why that is because your brain sees like, oh, these are valuable things, like this matters. This isn't just a bunch of another bit of nonsense for my life. Wait. Oh, she was played first. This never happens. Whoops. Whoops, chat. I screwed up. Kind of throwing here.
Be still.
Okay, though. So, study. So then there's practice. Practice is all about like how you actually practice. The big thing I talk about practice, I talk about kinds of practice. And I talk about stakes. So I talk about low, medium, and high stakes. So low stakes is, Hearthstone actually is not as relevant to Hearthstone because your ranking is on the ladder, it always is raising your stakes. So if you just play ladder a lot, you'll get some really good medium stake practice. Where if you're playing poker, you could stay at the same stakes all the time and you peak and you stop getting better. And that can be very common experience for people in poker. That's not going to be less common in like something like video games, right? It's nothing even wrong with deciding like I don't want to improve. Like I talk about that as well. Like it's more like if you do want to, and it's like if you're playing a video game like 25 hours a week, in my opinion, if you don't use it to get higher needs met, you're kind of cheating yourself. Let me save pilot good. Here. I still take it over Umbra. they're gonna say. So study or practice. So in other things, you often need the low, medium. So like if you're playing tennis, you might be practicing serves on your own, right? Or you might be rallying against a wall, or doing something like with the instructor puts like this. But then you go play in like a tournament game, and then all of a sudden your technique breaks down under pressure when you're stressed, stuff like that. So you need to have these like basically these different level of so you need these different levels of what's the name? So often, like with something other art forms that aren't Hearthstone, Hearthstone's kind of specific. You know, you might do drills. There might be some games that might have a sandbox mode. You know, there might be like a spot where you could like practice sniping if you're playing some sort of shooter. I don't know if shooters have that. And then you get good at that. I feel like if it's a goal, I will hit Legend in Hearthstone this season. You will do whatever you really want it. You will hit it. I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, that's so your simple things down to one variable. You can say that, but if you say that with #1 Legend, it might not happen. You know, reality is getting Legends really easy. It's not a difficult goal if you're motivated. But I got Legend the first month I tried. But GG Spin, where are you playing? Oh, you have World War II? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so practice is about sort of doing things at different stakes, raising the stakes, and I also talk about deliberate versus exploratory versus performative practice. So deliberate practice is like doing the same thing over and over again, very focused for this. Exploratory practice is just kind of vibing. And it's something I didn't do as a kid, and it's the most fun, and it's how you actually make connections and become creative. So I would just do piano, and I would play over and over again, but I wouldn't like just hang out and just try to make things sound good. So that's really important to really make the art form your own. And a lot of people who are like in the classical arts of like, let's do this the right way, let's do this perfect, don't do that. And then there's performative practice, which is when I'm practicing for GM and I would practice every matchup, it's very like get everything perfect so that you don't mess up under pressure. Okay? Then there's the performance chapter. The performance is about like the mindsets and mentalities for peak performance, and my takes on it. There's other books on that. But it's kind of like what I do and what my general points of view on that. And that's the book. And then I have an end thing where you don't have to go through, but where it just kind of goes through. I have like an end thing where it kind of goes through examples. So, but it just goes all more depth. So, I mean that's the gist of it. But like, what may have motivated you writing the book in the first place? I kind of had this idea going for a long time, and I think also like I've wanted to make some sort of other content that isn't, but like I didn't want to do like more YouTube, you know. And so one, and like sort of the motivation, I'd like to be more legitimate outside of Hearthstone. But I think like the idea, like the outside of the motivation, I was thinking about making a YouTube video on value. I made a YouTube video on tempo. So I was thinking about making a YouTube video on value. And I started thinking about value, and that's like the whole first chapter, but generalized. Value, so people think of like value is a bunch of stuff in your hand. But really, the only reason why that's considered value is because it helps you win, right? If you have a bunch of like 10 mana 2/2s, that doesn't seem like value. So
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
So I was writing it. I kind of wanted to like sort of make it into a bigger thing. So like what value is, it has how it relates to the game, and then it just became like this whole idea of like how, because the hard thing about like value Hearthstone, so tempo Hearthstone, I can explain it very quickly. To win in tempo Hearthstone, what you do is you spend your mana, you develop minions. You can see what this is tempo Hearthstone right now. I'm ahead on board. I control the board. I take board trades and I win the game. Like, it's very simple once you understand it. Value is like looking at each individual decision and getting sort of small little wins over a long period of time that eventually lead to a win. That's very difficult. That's not something I can just teach you in 5 minutes, right? I can literally teach you how to win an aggro deck in 5 minutes. Play minions, get on board, take like value trades, and then maybe like the one advanced thing, if I have time, is we teach you how to like set up a 2-turn lethal. Stuff like that.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower. Come on, light embrace you.
So even like, why am I going face here? By going all face here and not controlling this board, I do get to deal another 5 or 4 damage here. And the value of removing this minion is very small. It's not very likely to get a good like value trade. It's also not very likely to, the face damage is not likely to be valuable. So really like the value of removing this minion is very small, and the value of going face is very high, so it's a very clear all face. Other situations like, you know, if I had like 10 life and this was a 7/7, all of a sudden that changes a lot, right? Because now they might set up a 2, they might get a counter lethal on me, and that'd be really bad. So that's a value question. That's how you decide whether you go face or whether you trade. Where tempo would just say like, you know, just keep doing stuff, you know? So basically you need more advanced paradigms to...
Step forth into the time ways.
Plus there's a taunt, like this rule that you just said that you felt smart is not true at all. Like, in early turns, trading tends to be better. As you get later, going face tends to get better. Wait, son of a... No way, dude. Wait, do they still lose? They got like the highest roll dragon possible and they're still gonna lose. No, wait. No way, dude. That's such bullshit. I can't believe... Oh my god, dude. That's like the one out. It's also like the one situation where me not removing their minion mattered.
Starting the operation.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower.
The glade is something.
Head to shell.
Fists.
They're pretty good, not gonna lie. Do you think Medivh is good enough for standard? I think if Medivh isn't good enough for standard, Priest isn't good enough. It's a strong card. It's more like, is it good in... Like, if other classes could run Medivh, like, I'd run it in, like, Control Warrior, for sure, right? It would be an amazing card in Control Warrior. Might even be better, probably better in Control Warrior than Priest. So...
Let the light grace this sanctuary.
That's the problem, yeah. You're gonna die.
Well played.
Do you have a tier list? No. Clark has a tier list. Just go look at his. I bet Zeddy has a tier list too. I don't know. Chat, I don't know if you know, but I found out tier lists are problematic. Alright? So I don't make them anymore. Chat, I say all cards are the same.
Anduin versus Queen Lanafel.
There's no escape.
The light shall bring victory.
Shadow stuff. I observed your progress and ideas for 4 years. Thank you, Velik. I have grown a lot in the last 4 years. I mean, I think that's part of the concept of the book, is that you learn things by just continuously focusing on getting better at something that you don't learn from like just general knowledge that you get from school. Something about, even like Pocket said, like if you want to get good at Hearthstone, you play one deck and you get #1 legend, and then it's much easier to play other decks than if you just jump around decks. I think that goes even deeper to like things in general. So there's something that I get from like working on this game over and over again about reality that you don't get from just being a jack of all trades, basically.
Welcome to the hallowed tower. Come on, share.
Could have traded there. They do, yes. Need deck section.
Citadel stands strong.
Come on, share.
Mindset of deserving to win, enjoy things all the time. I think it's very relevant. Instead of deserving. Yeah, so I told my I had a student. I don't know if he watches the stream anymore, but he kind of had this, like, was getting mad at his opponent for beating him, and I was like, why do you deserve to win? Like, your opponent played great here, right? And you made a mistake. Like, you know, he just had this attitude of like this general entitlement that he deserved to win, and he felt righteous anger when he didn't win, and this hurt his progress. And I'm like, why doesn't your opponent get to feel happy and get to like crush you? And you know, you're making all these mistakes. Right? They're making mistakes too. So why are you so righteous? You know? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like, I kind of like, I'm much more okay with ego when it's like, I don't know. Like, I think like one of when people, I think I can have an ego when I win, but I think I'm generally a good loser, you know? So, but it's hard when people are just like feel like they just always deserve to win, you know? Even like we're playing a game of chance. So even if you're the best player in the world and you scientifically prove you're best player in the world, then you deserve to beat like another really decent player, but like who's not the best, maybe like 60% of the time, not every time. Like this deserve word, like of like this higher moral judgment, like I am better, therefore I always, you know, it's kind of like if you're like, oh, I am the best person, so I deserve to always get the food, and other people don't deserve food, you know? Yeah, wanting to win, yeah. Yeah. And also I say like, if you have this deserve, like you ironically like deserve to win because you trust the process and you work on it and you this, not because of like your fundamental nature. So yeah, but yeah. So even like part of my attitude like that inspired the book is kind of like if you lose your shit when your opponent like beats you in Hearthstone, right? How are you gonna like do anything of like real responsibility? You know? Like, you know.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower.
Be still and be cleansed.
If you can't handle your opponent like getting a top deck that they're supposed to get 1 in 8 times, how are you gonna handle like running a company or like, you know, having a family, you know?
State your business with the bronze.
I don't know what to do here.
Handle it!
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower. Embrace you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when you think I also think, yeah, when you get in that like, oh, I'm just better than my opponent, therefore I deserve to win, you don't like, you have to go like, I look at it as like, okay, I'm fighting someone strong and only one of us gets to live. And I'm going to hang in there and take it, like, even if they're better than me, I'm going to focus in there and do everything in my power to survive. Because whoever loses dies. Like, that's like what I go into tournament matches with. You know, it's life and death. You know? It's like you get sent to the Shadow Realm. Right? And, yeah. This is bad.
Be still and be cleansed.
Blood.
And a luck. Please don't hit the 1/1 again. Yeah. So I want you to think about when you play somebody who's worse. Like, so if you ever play chess, and I talk about this in the book, and you're better than your friend, you just beat them every time, and then your friend gets like, screw this. They think this concept I learned from poker is that part of the reason poker is so profitable is because bad players still have fun and also delude themselves that they're good. But I think it's also just a fun thing that you can be bad, but you could still win a hand against Phil Ivey. And that's fun for a lot of people. They have a lot of fun of like, oh, I was up against Phil Ivey and I won the hand, you know?
Handle it!
And that's fun, and that's why it's profitable. So it's this thing of because you have this RNG element, everybody gets to win. And like, so it's a thing of like the actual fact that the worst player loses or wins sometimes is actually a feature, not a bug, as the people love saying that. So people think, oh, it's a bug, that it's bullshit that the better player doesn't always win, but that's actually what makes it good. OTK decks are an exception, right? Chet, I do talk about how in Dante's Inferno, in the book, the lowest part of hell is for OTK players.
Inconceivable.
Not this guy.
Unwise decision.
Job's done.
Yeah. I more have the attitude of like, I don't want us to like hyper take the you know, if a player has the mentality of like, I always deserve to win, I don't want us to like listen to their balanced decisions, you know. That's kind of the way I look at it. Like, if somebody has that mentality that they should always win, and then wait, what? No.
You have
Oh my god, I lost chat.
You have my thanks.
What were you saying? It's actually kind of funny. But yeah, if somebody has the mentality that they should always win, oh my god, I lost chat. Deserve that? I don't know. It was kind of funny when we lost there.
You have best.
But yeah, it's just, the point is I'm still gonna get 6 wins, chat. So yeah, if somebody has the mentality like they should always win, they're gonna look at all these things that are natural parts of the game as like, we need more nerfs, and they're gonna influence the decisions of maybe the balance team, which I don't like. Like, I don't want somebody who has the mentality of I always deserve to win and everything that beats me is a problem, which sometimes feels like, yes, to have a big influence over what the devs teams do, you know?
Anduin versus the Lich King.
All will serve me in death.
Have that mentality. Let's be real. Yeah, but my real is like, if that's why it's very hard to listen to balance takes, you know, even so. Yeah, so basically I've given you like the lowdown of what the book is about, but it just goes in more in depth on all that stuff, you know, so breaks it down and, you know, gives concrete examples. And so I think it, you know, I'd like to think it could be quite helpful for somebody who's you know, trying to get good at shit, you know.
Can't stand the cold.
The future is clear. Your demise is near.
I think I did coin. I like coin here. I don't know. I could have taken Chillin' Bear in there.
The citadel stands strong.
Yeah, it's very hard, like to talk people about it, and you kind of like want to save them, and you just can't. Like, it is a little depressing when somebody has one of these mentalities. Yeah, and like I find like sometimes like hitting that rock bottom is like what will change. Now you don't need to hit rock bottom in Hearthstone, right? But yeah, so it's like let's say you hold the belief, just playing a casual game of Hearthstone that doesn't matter, that's deep in your psyche, that I am righteous, I am great, I deserve to win. When you lose, it's going to cause a lot of cognitive dissonance, and all this information that like says, you know, is going to just be really, your brain's not going to know what to do with it, basically. Like, of like, but what's stupid about it is it's like, it's a fucking video game. Like, it's not real life, but like you know, it's not a big deal if you suck at a video game, right? So it shouldn't be so painful to see like, oh, you played badly, but like that's okay, you know?
The citadel stands strong.
Me have that for you.
Get down.
That's a great top deck.
We do what the living cannot.
Stand of cold.
Chat, who would win, a giant Atlantosaurus or one poisony boy? Yeah, I play tennis. People would throw their rackets. The sports people are so mature and balanced, and you know, have such good mentalities, is probably not in line with reality. But you can get like a red card for bad like sportsmanship, and they do force you to say GGG. They force you to say GG in school. You know, remember you had to go at the end of your football game, your soccer game or football, and say GG, right? You say good game, good game, good game. Where literally in our community, we have like debates of like, is saying GGBM. It's just ridiculous, a ridiculous conversation. And you know, like Blizzard director or something like that should say, yeah, if you don't say GG, if I were running esports, I'd say, yeah, if you don't say GG at the end of the match, we're gonna permanently ban you from from this game. Like, that's what I would like to do, you know? It's like, oh, you know, GG's BM. It's just so ridiculous.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah. So you get that feedback where you can just be in this like negative loop of toxicity, and like you can find your little bubble. So like the Jay Huang bubble of like, you know, he's got a lot of fans of like him being toxic and stuff. You know, you can get followers like of like people who like that energy.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower.
Playing accounts 100 goal for Miss DG. Returns to cry. Top deck Medivh.
My people will regret their backs on me.
The eyes of the Earth Mother are upon the path.
Ooh, these were really good. Also, I've learned if you want to make friends in this community, in the competitive scene, and I do this genuinely, when someone beats you, it's over. Like, so, like, and if they played well, which often they did, right? You know, when I played some of these match true mats, like my opponents played insanely well, and it puts so much pressure on you. And if they beat you, like giving them credit and saying you did great, like your plays were really good, which is a way like you give permission to that person to feel good about their win instead of having to be like, oh, I got lucky, like, you know. And I think that's like a good habit to have in the community. Dude, this card is like
By the light.
All life must end.
you're done. I don't know. Just like the level of like, is this PM? Dude, I
Anduin versus Lady Vash.
Victory to Queen Ajara.
The light shall bring victory.
Joe, where can you see the point system of yeah, I'm seeing like I know it's on Donkey's website, but like I'm trying. Leaderboard's player stats. Wait, oh, Hearthstone esports points. That's what I want. Big points. Ooh, I have a good amount of points. 23 points. All right. Eaten by both the Gamer Revenge and Me Smile.
What lies ahead remains in flux.
The glade is suffering.
This deck is kind of fun. That's kind of cool, chat. I'm number 3. There's a big difference though. Look at Game Revenge, but yeah, dude, I beaten Banterface. I think he didn't go for one. He already made Worlds, right? But that's kind of cool. Chat. Exactly. Wait, ooh, equality is quite nice actually. Awkward though. I think I just overdraw.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower.
My hand is too full.
Hey, there's only 2 demons you could get here. That's hilarious.
Welcome to the Hallowed Tower.
That's kind of bad. I kind of cooked here, chat. It's actually bad that my Nomi doesn't die, I think. Ugh. Bad.
My hand is too full.
I could steal this. That's kind of good, actually.
Learn from your errors as I have.
The sands speak, and I listen.
Just keeping it casual, Mamba Man. I wonder what this deck becomes.
What lies ahead
Like,
remains in flux.
I feel like you're on imbue stuff instinctively, but ooh, that's a Hexy boy. Oh, get mountain beard! Gonna play him on bar. Bye bye.
You are good at this.
Witness the skill.
Be as one with the lava.
My people will regret their backs on me.
Oh shoot.
You are wickedly good at this.
Whatever. Fine. Still a pretty good situation. Which deck will Reddit whine about?
The sands speak, and I listen.
Ooh, the synergy.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
You are wickedly good at this. You are victorious. This
6 wins, let's go. Crazy how you recovered from the game. It's just some good, honest control. Wait, what? I had 5 wins already. What? Didn't I have 5 wins there? Am I crazy? Let me go back on the VOD to make sure I'm not like... Diluting my... Yeah, I had 5 wins! It's a 5! Let's go back and see what happens.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
Alright, there we go. Was bugged. Alright, chat, I'm gonna take a bathroom break.